Hey, welcome to the Longevity Gamer. This is my vibe coding video. Why do I think vibe coding is significant? Well, it is, or I guess I should start with what is vibe coding. Basically, it is telling an LLM, such as ChatGPT, which is the one I mainly use, to code a project for you. And even though I am a software developer and I know how to write code without an LLM, the goal of vibe coding is to try to get the LLM to do all of the coding, so I can just be the kind of designer of the app, as well as the engineering manager, whereas the LLM is doing the tasks of actually writing most of the code. So that is what I think vibe coding is. I have actually been practicing this for over a year, since LLMs started to become very popular. I have been testing them with code ever since then, because I'm really interested in, are they actually getting better at creating more useful code? And from what I've found, the answer is yes. They've gotten significantly better almost every significant release of a new model. Since then, I've been thinking about how can I take advantage of this. And vibe coding is very beneficial, I think, because it saves me a lot of time. And the result is very similar, whether or not I go and read a lot of the code and edit it myself, or the LLM is doing that. I think I'd rather just save a lot of time. So I'm going to give some examples here of the vibe coding projects that I have done. I do a lot of little games because my passion for learning to code and do software engineering came from game design and game development. So that's what I mostly do. I love that I can prototype much faster than I used to. And I have a little game idea in my head. I can just test it out instead of, wondering, should I spend a bunch of time testing this out or not? But anyway, there's one other thing I wanted to say about the significance. Why is vibe coding significant? Well, I think it's also related to this whole YouTube channel, The Longevity Gamer, because I'm kind of doing vibe health as well as vibe coding. So longevity is about optimizing your diet, sleep, and exercise, or sleep, exercise, and diet, and trying to automate these things so you don't have to think about them, which is kind of like vibe coding, where we're automating the coding process so we don't have to think about the coding. There's lots of little problems in coding to get distracted with and waste a lot of time with. And same with, sleep, exercise, and what you eat. I would rather spend my time doing other things. So, yeah, that's why I think it's significant. And I think in the future, we're going to be doing a lot more of these in many areas of our lives. And AI tools are going to be helping us with that. Okay, so now let me get into showing you some projects that I actually made here. So this one is called Starfield Storm. I'm pretty sure it is just this one. And now this one has some music, which my brother made. And I actually was working on this one for quite a while. So this one had many iterations, but it was pretty quick to get started. go back and look at the exact prompts I started with, but it's something along the lines of create a bullet hell space shooter game, and using Pygame. And yeah, you had something. It didn't have graphics, of course, the first try. I had to ask it to generate graphics and come up with a way to easily add those graphics into the game. But yeah, it was quite fun having just ideas and iterating on this for a while. It's a pretty fun game actually. So it just kind of gets harder and harder with more and more enemies spawning. And these colored circles are the different power-ups you get. So like, when they tell you there's a cooldown bar when you have a power-up on the left. So like dark blue is basically invincibility for that duration. It's like a shield. Light blue is a speed boost, so your ship moves faster towards the mouse cursor. Orange gives you the spread shot temporarily. Yellow increases your fire rate temporarily. Your health is kind of hard to see at the top right there, but if you lose all your health, you're gone. There are health pickups, which I need to find. In any case, there's a health pickup. And you can die, especially if you run into those asteroids, you'll die pretty quickly. There you go. That is Starfield Storm. Let's see. There's a few other things in here. Let's just go through these ones first. These. I honestly don't remember what all of these are, but yeah, this one, it looks like I tried to split it up into many files, which I'm not sure I recommend actually. Let's try main. Okay. Don't, okay, I can move. It looks like I'm that, and I'm shooting, but yeah, this one was more of like trying to get things working still. All right. Let's see, top-down shooter. Okay, oh yeah, so this one, there's a space bar, and you shoot in the direction that you move. These things do chase you. Oh. And then you try to get to the green thing. Oh boy. So I'm on level 2. Each level is procedurally generated. I think the enemies have a sight, and when they see you, they just chase you until they can't see you anymore. So if I want, I can drag him all the way up here. Oh, and they move faster diagonally. So do I. Oh, that one was easy. Now I'm stuck. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Could use some more interesting level generation. Okay, so I have a bunch of other stuff in here. Let's see, breakout. Replayability is something I was focusing on. Looks like I did 5 or 6. Let's do break 6. Okay, interesting. This one I actually had instructions. Don't let the ball fall. Clear all bricks. Study the changes in rules before starting. Ah, yes. This is the one where I was trying to randomize the rules at the beginning of each game. So brick chance, I don't remember what that means. Durability. Okay, so each brick can have max durability of 2. There's a slow ball power up. baseball speed. There's 2 colors of bricks, so the teal ones are harder than the brown, and then the bounce gets faster and faster. Oh, okay, so I use the arrow keys. And then these are something. I don't remember what those power-ups were, but I'm getting a lot of them. So I think the point of this one was to try to make the game feel like an adventure at the beginning, because you're not sure what the experience is going to be like each time. But it's kind of slow paced. So would need some balance for sure. Let's move on. All right. Broccoli runner. Yes, this one. So this one I did some more art. This is a infinite runner style game where you're this broccoli character and you can jump at space bar, and then there's chips coming after you. I think I broke it a little bit. Like, you're supposed to get a double jump if you collect the broccoli, and that's broken. And if you touch the chips, you get hurt. If you collect the broccoli, you get like more health regen. I don't want to hit the big chips because those hurt more. My health is already at 1, so if I touch the chips, I'm dead here. And there's a tomato collectible up there, which I think makes you jump higher. All right, we made it, and we got 3 health back, but we're basically dead if we get hit at all by the chips, which is fine because this game is not super. Yeah, we got a game over. It would need some work still, but I like the this one. I had a lot of fun with kind of the story and art, and my kids like this one too, so I like working on that sometimes with them. And I had another version of the Broccoli Runner actually. Let's go back and try that one really quick. This is this one. Okay, so this version, yeah, so this one, I was trying to do more of a, so it looks like the broccolis give you a higher jump. If you collect the chips, oh wait, I see, the chips make you jump higher, that's right. Oh, the broccoli gives you gives you more health. The candy are hurting you. Anyway, so this one was more interesting because I can actually edit the abilities through. Let me see if I can find this. Yeah, because this was really quite neat actually. So if you can see in the JSON file, all of the items, like the chips and the broccoli, they are all defined in JSON. So you could create more of these and add in the picture without, touching the code at all. So I thought building that system would allow the development of the game to go much longer, and so we could add lots and lots of different types of junk foods that you try to avoid, or healthy foods that you try to collect, and have them just kind of show up in random groups. So you kind of have to adapt each time you play the game. So I would like to come back to that because that was a lot of fun. And this is a more data-driven one than the first version. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, and then let's just take a look at this. I was trying to do some maze generation. Yeah, this is similar. Arrow, do I use the arrows or? Okay, I'm red. And I try to get to green. Yes, this is quite similar to that other one, where it's just procedurally generated until you get stuck. And then there's another version. And this one, oh yeah. This one I was debugging. All right, yeah, you can move with the mouse here. Oh yeah, D shows you the whole thing, but it doesn't even fit on one screen. So it's a maze, and you search for stuff in the maze. So that one I was going to try to make the dungeons more interesting, like a maze, but it takes some more iteration to control that nicely. I love procedural generated content in games, so getting some really good maze generation would add a lot to that aspect of the game design, I think. And there's so many games that could benefit from that kind of procedural generation. Okay, so let's check out what platformer it was. I don't remember. Main. Okay, so we can jump with space, and that's it. That one did not get very far. Yeah, so now in here, I think I had several things. I was trying to make a little game engine. Oh yeah, this one was cool. What I was experimenting here was if we tried to build a game engine of or classes, such as game state manager, or game settings, or graphics engine and physics engine, does it make it easier for the LLM to generate a good game on the first try? I think the answer is yes. Okay, so I move with the arrow keys. And, okay, so these are, asteroids. Oh yeah, it also has debugging on this, you can see in the console behind. But you try to destroy all of these, and I guess, the big asteroids take multiple hits because they have, and then you bounce off the asteroids and take damage too. So it might take a little while to get rid of all these, but yeah, I was pretty happy with this. Definitely need some graphics, but I think it does like a random number of asteroid when they break apart as well, which is cool. Ouch. Anyway. There's nothing super special that happens when you get them all. So that was asteroids. Oh, now this is cool. I think this is called Procedural Artillery Battle, PAB. Yeah, this is just like pretty simple. Oh yeah, there we go. Artillery 2-player game on one screen where you try to hit the other tank. You can adjust the angle, and you can also adjust the velocity that you shoot at. So I think this one was, and there's a little bit of random wind. So this one, let's go a little bit less velocity. Nope. Yeah, so blue needs to go less or straight up more. Almost. Need to go shoot farther on this one. And oh, almost got that. Too far. Oops. Let's go down. Oh, okay. Player 2 wins. Keeps track of the score over several rounds as well. I always thought this type of game was quite fun. I remember playing this when Flash games were really popular. There were a bunch of these. Ooh, close. I don't remember if we need to go farther. Ooh, alright. 1-1. The text is kind of not that great on this one, but I like the terrain generation. Oh. Okay, this one should be a little bit harder because we're each in this little protective thing. Oh, farther. Oh, almost. We need to go. Let's see with the wind. Farther for blue. I don't remember for red. Red's too far as well. Blue needs to go farther, so like that. Oh, that looked like it hit. Let's go a little bit less for red. Red needs to go higher, straight up. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, that's fun. I would play that with a friend. All right, so that one's procedural artillery battle. Okay, and the proc RTS was not that interesting, actually. But we can still show it. So procedural RTS, the idea was to just create things using the keys 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so, and you can select the unit, right click to move it around. Oh, we haven't started. But we sort of have already, which is funny. So while we have this unit selected, then we can create buildings with it. Apparently this one has 2 different kinds of buildings. So press the button 1, and we create that kind. Press the button 2, you create this kind. And then we can select the building. We can't move buildings. We could see, yeah, so this building 1 will create that one, 2 will create that one. So this building can create 2 different types of units, and each of these can be selected and moved. So you could see how, and these don't build anything. Only the original worker will build things. How about this building? It builds 3 different kinds of units. And do these units move, but they don't build anything? Yeah. Anyway, if we added combat in here and collecting resources, we might have an RTS game working. So let's see, what else do we have here? All right, we did platform, pie game, shooters. So that we already looked at these. Snake. This one's pretty simple, I think. Yeah. I think this one randomly... Okay, so red is the apple. Blue, I believe, kills you. Yeah, blue is a random obstacle that shows up. Yeah. Very basic. But I like taking basic games and trying to make them a little more fun. Oh, looks like I hit myself. All right. Steel Words, I don't remember. This is a weird game that my dad and I were working on, but that one's a simulator, so it won't be too interesting. Let's see. Oh, Sumo, this was cool. My brother and I did this one. This one's 2-player on one screen, where you just try to knock the other player out of the ring by pushing, like sumo wrestlers. And I guess if somebody wins, then it's over. But we also added dashing, so if you double tap in a direction, you can dash. Yeah, pretty cool. Very simple but fun. Okay, tower defense. I don't think this one got very far, but yeah, so you would create like towers and they would automatically shoot the things that are going there, and the text has some issue. But tower defense is another type that I would like to work on more, and it looks like you just get some gold to build more towers. It looks like I can spend my gold by building towers, and then when I run out, so I need like 10 gold at least to build a tower. Yeah. Interesting start, and then that would also benefit from procedural, generating of the map and the path in interesting ways. All right. What else next? Return-based games. Yeah, lots in here. Okay, Amazon's this is one. It's a board game. Which is pretty fun, actually. So you select, so it tells you whose turn it is, white's turn. So you can move, these are like queens in chess. So you move it and then you shoot. So you can block out any square that you could shoot, like a queen moves in chess as well. So now it's black's turn. So it'll tell you can't move white. So black could move here and shoot here. Now white could move, and you want to kind of try to block the movement of enemy pieces. So stuff like this. Now white could go here. Black could go like this. And then white is losing big time. Black would go here and shoot like that, because you can never move or shoot through an enemy. So now white is just stuck. Black has a lot more moves. So black wins. And I think it also tells you when remaining moves. White has no moves, black has 8. And it checks with a flood fill algorithm, because that's how it works. Oh, to check if they're all separated by walls. Yeah. So I think the game is over after black moves here. Yeah. And it says no valid moves for white, black won. And that one's on GitHub. So there's a chess. I just had it code chess for fun. I didn't actually test this yet, I think. Yeah, help. Wow. Yeah. I think we're not going to do a chess game right now. But I guess it would probably work if we did. Hex dungeon. This one was pretty interesting. Okay, so WASD to move, and it's turn-based, so every time you move, that's your turn, and the enemies all get a turn. Space will attack all adjacent enemies, but that costs a turn. Or I don't know if it does all adjacent enemies or just one. Inspect with I. P, pick up an item you're on. E, or skips a turn. Yeah, not all the text made it onto the screen. Yeah, I really like the hex grid turn-based games. So, so it looks like we can inspect, and we have a health potion here. And we can pick it up. Yeah, we picked it up, but I don't think there's any way to use it. So if we keep moving around here, we'll lose HP because we keep getting hit. By this enemy. Or if we press space, then we can do damage to it as well. We can inspect the enemies too. Tribe, it has a tribe. Yeah, I was trying to make it kind of complicated and procedural. Looks like the enemy has 8. We attack and then we inspect again. The enemy's HP is down to 3. I guess that means we do 5 damage every time we press spacebar. There, we got it. But I wish I could use a health potion. Anyway, I think you have to defeat all the enemies and then get out to the next level. My HP went up somehow. I don't know how. It doesn't look like there's any enemies on this level. My HP goes up at the end of the level. 17 now. 20 now. Let's see, do these enemies get harder? So HP is 11, damage is 4 now. It takes 3 hits to take him out. But anyway, my score is going up. Let's see, what's my HP do now? 17. Let's see, inspect. HP is 12, damage is 4. Yeah, so not too interesting yet, but you could see how you could expand on that. Okay, Hangman. Use default settings, yes. Okay, so we guess. Yeah, I see. Guessing a word. Okay, so yeah, these were a bunch of word games I was trying to make with procedural rules. So you're not sure exactly what the rules are at the beginning of the game, but you know it's a word game. Kind of trying to figure them out. And then let's just look at this TCG battler. Oh yeah, this one was kind of interesting. So player 1 has 50 life, player 2 has 50 life. And so we get to decide what to attack with. This is like Magic the Gathering, power toughness. So it looks like the enemy has 3 1/1s, 1/3, 3/1, 2/5, 3/5. So my intuition is that the player with more is going to win. But maybe if can I skip attacking? I press like space. Okay, space moves to next phase. So there's no one to block. So we go, now it's player 2's turn. So what if player 2 just swings with everything? And we try to just block efficiently. I can't remember how oh yeah, we first click on, yes, there we go, left click first on the one that we want to block, and then on the one that we're blocking with. So 1/1 should be blocked by 2/5. 1/3 should block to 3/5. 1/1 should block to 1/1, although that's not actually good. 3/1 should block to 2/5. Let's see. Oh, interesting. So I think each blocker can block multiple, which is kind of strong. Anyway, definitely would need some better UI there. Okay, looks like we're down to typing fruit. Now this one was interesting because with my brother, we were trying to make some audio, generate audio as well with Python scripts. We're just generating wave files. Let's see, what's Ninja typing? Okay, so yeah, not very pleasant sounds, especially if you type the wrong. Yeah. And then you have time, a countdown timer. Alright, so you get the idea. And you get points and things like that. Okay, I think that's all my projects I'm going to show for now. So, yeah, what did we learn from this? I think I love the fact that I can prototype faster, but I still have the same problem that I had before learning to code with LLMs, which is, you know, committing to a project long term is really, that's how to make something really good. So I'm still searching for which project I want to commit to long term. And yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.